Emisión, directo, browse, yada 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 yada. Okay, we are live. We are just live. Uh, let me get this thing to the other side. Up like this, probably like this. And then let's wait for some others to show up. Wait, hold on. Just let me move this. Uh, like this. What is that sound? That sounds terrible. Hey, Berto, my nigga. My bro, I need to stop saying my nigga. My bro, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? No, not safe. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Here just trying to teach a lesson today. You were in Santo Domingo today, or you went from yesterday? Yo, one question. How much is the transportation from Neiva to Santo Domingo? Because I imagine that's expensive. What's going on? Baby, how you doing? We're just getting ready. Rules, sentence. Let's see what's going on here. For you, silence detection. Frames detected. Your stream quality may be affected. I really means my week. Really means my week. Boom. Did I copy the link from somewhere? I think I'm a little lost. Oh my gosh. Wait. Alright, I think we are just off, guys, that every time we teach a lesson, the video is recorded and you can re-watch the video in the channel. You can just re-access to the YouTube channel and you can repeat the class even though we are not connected. Okay, we just post the video right after we finish with the unit, with the class. So I need to wait for this to reconnect. So I don't know if you can listen or what, or what's going on, but I'm just trying to, you know, gain a little time. Um, I was about to do something, but I won't do it. Video is connected. Is it okay with you if you connect from the laptop so I can turn the Wi-Fi off? Let me bring you the laptop. Guys, just give me 1 second. I am back. So now let's go ahead and start with today's class. Like I said, today we're going to be working with Unit 10, all right? Unit, oh, wait, where is this? Luismi, welcome to the class. Hello, man, how are you? Luismi, do we know each other? Do I know you? We met somewhere? Where are you from? Introduce yourself, man. All right, listen up. Like I said, we're going to start with Unit 10, which is on page 64. The internet connection is very bad, as you can see here. Right? It's extremely bad. I'm just making time for my board to load, but it looks like it's very slow. Daisy, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm just waiting for this to load and it's not working. Let's see if my internet gets better. This is so crazy. Um, oh, Jolainis. Ah, ha, ha, hello. Berto, can you listen the stream like perfectly with no interruption? Like when you listen to me, is there any sound on the background that probably interrupts the communication between me and you? Oh my god, just look at this. My internet sucks. It looks like it's going to work now. Oh, um, teacher. Hi, teacher. Mommy. My beautiful mother. My beautiful, beautiful mother. I love you, mother. And I say, Randy. What a shame. Yo, Randy, again, you have a picture of a girl in your profile. Yo, are you okay? Finally, this is working. People, so you're saying nothing about the audio. I assume you can listen perfect. Right, so as I assume you're listening well, I am going to start with today's class. Listen up. Exercise number one, it's on Snapchat. I think that dog is killing, but you see that's the problem. I need to move from here to the room because that's a shame. That is a shame. Randy, don't make me talk. Don't make me talk. You know what? In the WhatsApp group, I am going to say to the rest of our partners what you are. I know perfectly what you are. Mommy, don't call me teacher, yo. Come on, girl. Yeah, come on, mommy. So you see, this is okay. Now, yes. So, like I said, right, we are unit 10, which is page 64, unit 10. And the title of the unit is Have you ever, oh my gosh, have you ever been there? Have you ever been there? Listen, this unit is going to be extremely um, delightful. Delightful means that it is going to be delicious. It's going to be very good, very awesome. So I have some very good information that you're going to need to completely understand what's going on with this unit. So for the very first time in this unit, we're going to see present perfect. I guess is that present perfect? Exactly, present perfect. And I am going to need some other tools to make you understand way much easier today's class. So let's see if I can make this happen. So have you ever been there? That's the question. And I am going to explain what is this question made of. First off, we have auxiliary verb have. All right, have. And then we have subject pronoun. I am going to put orange. No, let me put it on a different color. This one. And then we have been. And I am going to put this color. No, let me put an extremely different color, like this one. All right. Have you ever been there? Now, listen. Present perfect is formed with this. All right. Let me just put this information right here because you're going to need it in a couple of minutes. Present present perfect. Present perfect. There you go. The way we form present perfect is um, subject pronoun plus have plus past participle. That's how we form the present perfect. Subject pronoun plus have plus past participle. I am going to give more information in a couple of minutes, but by now, keep this in mind. Subject pronoun plus have plus past participle. All right, exercise number 1 is not really important for us because we are not in the classroom and we're not seeing this, right, like face to face. So again, we're not going to do exercise number 1, but try to practice from your houses, right? Exercise number 1, we're not going to do it here because it is not relevant, but practice in your houses. Exercise number 2, the same, all right? Exercise number 1, and then exercise number 2, practice from home as well. Now, how can you practice these exercises from your houses? And again, right, this is something everybody should do because one of the things that are going to help you the most is reading, right? Reading and remembering. How can you do this? Very easy. Get the new vocabulary, right? Get the new vocabulary and the definitions, right? Definitions and examples. That's how you practice from your house. All right. Get the definition, get the vocabulary, and form examples from your houses. That's how you practice from home. So with that being said, let's go to exercise number 3, which is what is really important to us. Exercise number 3, page 65. Right. So today we're going to be talking about present perfect, like I said. All right. Present perfect. Present perfect. And we're going to be using already and yet. Already and yet. These are the two words, the two vocabularies we're going to be using today. Nice. So let's move forward. Wait, let me put this a little smaller, but then to put it a little bigger. Perfect. All right. So like I said, the form of the present perfect is very easy to remember because it only needs, right? It only needs the subject pronoun, the auxiliary verb have, plus past participle. Now, what is the most, let me say, difficult part, but it's not really difficult because it's something that I've been telling you from the very beginning. What you really need to remember is the verbs, right? It's all about the verbs. If you don't practice the verbs, if you don't learn any verbs, then you're going nowhere. You're stuck in only one place. And remember that the verbs, they have 3 different forms. they have the present tense, right? The present form, let's say, right? They have the past form, and they have the past participle form, right? They have these three forms, and these three forms, you need to learn them individually. There is no way you can learn them from another form, right? There is no other form. You need to learn them one by one. And with the verbs, remember, we have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs, right? We have regular verbs, and we have irregular verbs, right? These two are different because regular verbs, remember, they keep the same form in all the times, right? In all the times. Like, for example, you say work, right? The past of work is worked. And then the past participle is worked as well. Wait, where is the K? Oh my gosh. Worked. All right. So these are the forms of all the verbs, right? Talking about regular verbs, because irregular verbs are different. Like, for example, be, right? When we use the verb be, the verb be is irregular because the past of be is where or was, right? So it's completely different. You see, it's not the same form. It changes the structure of the verb. But then when it comes to past participle, in past participle is also different. You see, so these three forms, you need to learn them one by one by one by one. So that means that all of you need to practice the verbs from now on. And not only the present, because remember, you learn the present, right? You learn the present form, but the present form is only one form. You have two more forms that you need to learn as well. All right. So you have present form, past form, and past participle form. You need to learn these three different forms of the verbs. All right. So that's what you need to know about the present perfect. Present perfect, we work with past participles. Let me underline this, right? So you have an idea what am I talking about. Past participle, it's the one we use with the present perfect. Now, to make you understand what specifically talking about time, right? To make you understand what time is the present perfect, I am going to give you like an idea, a graphic idea about the present perfect, right? Let me see if I can find a picture here to show you. Present perfect timeline. You are going to see here how or what time, specifically what time represents the present perfect. It's not really difficult. I am going to make you understand with this graphic, all right? So don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay, let me use this one. I think this one is going to be perfect. All right, present perfect. Listen, it says we use the present perfect for actions in the past which have a connection to the present. The time when these actions happened is not important. Let me explain to you better. What it says here is that the time that the action or the event happened is not important to us. What is really important is what happened. All right. So imagine, right, the X represents the action, right? The X represents the action, and this bar, this pink bar, represents the present. The action happened in the past and continues happening up to the present, as you can see here. All right, it's one action that started in the past, and the action still happens in the present, and that's it. With the graph here, let me see if I can do something similar to that. Well, let's see here. Wait. Oh my gosh, what is this? Can I have it exactly like this? Oh, what's going on? You know what? I don't know how to work with this. This is going to be a little hard for me. So let me just delete this. I thought we had more forms here that I can use, but wait, let me use this. All right, perfect. Right, let me use this. No, I'm very bad with this as well. I am terrible with this. Like, if I want to delete that, how can I delete it? Here. Oh, perfect. Uh, no, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it with this because I don't have any graphic symbols. But anyway, right? Let me use this one again. Wait, hold on. Wait, I think I can do it. I am very bad with this, but okay, perfect. Straight line. Imagine this is the timeline, right? This is the timeline. Let me delete this one. Um, no, no, erase. No, no erase. Right. Okay, cool, perfect. Let me just continue drawing it here. Imagine we have this point here, right? Um, let's say this is the past, right? This is the past, and this is the present. Obviously, this is the future, right? So we have three parts. Imagine in this point here, you drink a Coca-Cola, right? At this point, you drink a Coca-Cola. When was that? Easy. That was like 30 minutes ago. Let me just go ahead and write it here. I am going to write the example so you have an idea what's going on, right? Let me put it smaller, 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 right? So imagine you started drinking Coca-Cola 30 minutes ago, right? So right now is 7:30, right? 7:30 p.m. So that is the present. 7:30 is the present. So this point right here, right? This point right here. Let me put it with red, right? Wait, hold on. With this one, right? This point right here. This point right here is your um. So if I can delete that, I don't know how can I delete that. Drawing. All right, perfect. At this point here, it's 7:30. right? At this point is 7:30, which is right now. 7:30. Oh my gosh, this is difficult. 7:30. 7:30. Here, 30 minutes ago, it was 7 p.m. Right? 7 p.m. 7 p.m. There you go. And this is going to be 8 p.m. because it's the future. Right? It's the future. This is the future. We're not interested in the future, you know? So future, yada yada, we're not interested in the future. We're interested in the past and the present. So I started drinking a Coca-Cola 30 minutes ago. So I have 30 minutes drinking a Coca-Cola. Now, if you want to express this idea in English, one action that started in the past and the same action is happening in the present, pay attention, all right? I told you that I am about to explain this perfectly. All right. So wait, hold on. I cannot write them, right? Imagine you see this example right here represents a present perfect continuous, right? This represents present perfect continuous. So like I said, right? This example is with another timeline, but I am going to use this example to let you know the different forms we have to represent this timeline, right? So that is on one form, right, using present perfect continuous, but the other form is this one. I have been, right, which is been is past participle. So to represent this action with present perfect, you say drank. Why drank? Because drank is the past participle of drink. So I have drank this Coca-Cola, and that's it. All right. Subject pronoun, which is this one. Auxiliary verb have, which is this one underlined, and the past participle of the verb, right? The past participle of the verb. I have drank this Coca-Cola. So that is present perfect. One action, again, that started in the past, right here, and the action continues happening up to the present. And that is it. Hey, Stefan, how are you? Jangna, welcome to the class. Okay, so I was explaining, right? Like it says here, all the present perfect actions, they started in the past and they continue happening up to the present. We use a present perfect for recently completed actions. We use the present perfect for actions beginning in the past and still continuing, right? So basically, that's what you have here. Like I said again, we're not interested in the future. We're interested in the action that started in the past, and the same action is happening in the present. So, with that being said, with that, I am going to continue with this information. I am going to let this space right here so you can have that information as an example. right? You're gonna have that as an example. Again, let's get back to business. In the book, you have this information. The present perfect is formed with the verb have plus past participle. The same I told you, right? The same I told you here, right here, right here, right? What did I say? And that is it. If you understand that, you understand present perfect. Period. If you understand that, you understand the present perfect. Period. Esdra, welcome to the class. How are you? Guys, remember, this class is being recorded by YouTube. If you go to the YouTube channel, you can later continue watching this class, or you can repeat the same lesson to understand better what we have been saying. So again, right, present perfect is have plus past participle. Something you cannot forget. You need to remember this forever. Yeah, I know I repeat that a lot. You need to remember this forever. But it's true. You need to remember this information for the rest of your lives. So here we go. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, here. Here we go. Question number 1. Have you been to a jazz club? Have you been to a jazz club? Now, it's funny because this been, right, sounds a little similar to being. Right? Let me see if I can find. No, I cannot find that symbol, but so this for you to remember, right? Pronunciation number 1, being. That is being. And this one is been. Sound similar? Yes, they sound similar. Are they the same? No, they are not the same. Being and been. Have you been to a jazz club? So please remember these pronunciations and do not commit this mistake. Again, let's get back here. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. What I did, wait. Here it is. Have plus been is present perfect. All right, have plus been, present perfect. So let me underline here, is, you know, that is the auxiliary verb have. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? There you go. Have you been to a jazz club? Of course, when we have one question, right? Of course, we know that when we have an auxiliary verb at the beginning of a question, is this a WH question? Have you been to a jazz club? Is that a WH question? Because we have W here. I mean, we have H. Wow, W. What the heck? So this is not a WH question. This is just a yes no question. All right, so this is something also that you need to remember very well. This is not WH question. This is yes no question. So have you been to a jazz club? Answer, say yes, comma, and pay attention to my information now, to this information now. I've been, right, I've been to several. This several means a lot, right? Imagine here in the country, I don't think we have jazz clubs, but imagine we had. Have you been to a jazz club? Say yes, I've been to several. Several means uh, six, eight, 10 different clubs, right? Imagine 8 clubs. Imagine, all right. I'm not saying this is true, but imagine you've been to 8 different clubs, jazz clubs, right? So you say, yes, I've been to several. Right? This pronunciation here, my gosh, what am I doing? This pronunciation is, right? So let me put it here so you have this information. I've is the same I have, right? So the sound have, you say I've. Get it? I've. So this sounds like F. All right. I've. So that's the sound. I've been to several. I've been to several. And that's the form of this question. All right. I've. Now, let's go to a negative answer. You say, I've been to several, right? Like I said, let me put this with pink color so you remember, right? And this one in blue, don't forget it. And then this pink and this blue. I've been to several. Negative answer, you say, no, I haven't been to one. So again, we have haven't, which is have plus not, negative, right? And been, which is the past participle of the verb be. Let me put this information here so you don't forget it. Haven't, it's the same have not. Right. Don't lose this information. Important information. Then, right, so again, right, when you say no, I haven't been to one, that means 0 clubs. You have never been to one. So that means 0 clubs. Question number 2. Okay, here we go. Third person has. All right. Third person has. So then you say, has Carlos visited, right? Because listen, this is a T. So let me just confirm this information. Visit, when one verb finished on a T sound, like, then the pronunciation of the past, remember, is ed or id, right? This sound. Let me show you. You remember, right? So this sound has Carlos visited, right? Has Carlos visited the let's say, what for you, theme parks? I don't want to use theme parks. I want to use something familiar to all of you. Has Carlos visited what? Let's say Las Marias. Has Carlos visited Las Marias? If you don't know what is Las Marias is a natural pool. Natural pool in the south of the Dominican Republic. Right? That is a natural pool, natural swimming pool. And put this short contraction. So has Carlos visited Las Marias? Then we have two possible answers. We have yes, which is a positive answer. Yes, he is. And I am going to speak about he is because sometimes I get some confusions with this pronunciation, that sometimes people confuse has for the verb be. All right. So we're going to speak about that. Yes, he's visited 3 or 4 times. Oh my gosh, wait. Now, yes. So again, I am going to put this black because even though you have the verb has, that is the verb be, the verb have with the third person form. Now, again, like pay attention to this information. Subject pronoun, contraction, S. Right, subject pronoun, contraction, S. This is not he is. Right. Let me put it clear. Let me make this clear. This is not he is. All right. He is, it's incorrect in this sentence because remember, every time we say he is with one verb, and again, attention, pay careful attention to this information. When you say he is, the next verb is impossible. Not impossible. We have some exceptions, but the normal form is that the verb is in present continuous, right? Like for example, he is running. Do you remember? He is running. So that's how you form the present continuous. He is running. Then it is not correct to say he is visited, right? When you say he is visited, we are clear that is not he is. We are clear that is he, right? He has. And please don't forget this information, right? I'll put it in black here so you remember this. All right. He is visited is because the S represents the auxiliary verb has. He is visited Las Marias 3 or 4 times. I hope this is clear for all of you because it's very easy. It's a little confusing if you don't practice. So your responsibility, what you need to do is to practice. And the more you practice this information, the more you master this information. So let's go to a negative possible answer. You say no, he hasn't No, he hasn't visited Las Marias. So again, we have this information: hasn't, which is has not. Right. Hasn't is the same has not. So we have has not or hasn't visited. I'm gonna put it in black. Perfect. Black too. And then a blue color that represents the present, I mean the past participle. I hope this is clear by now. Let's go to number three, our number three question. Question: have they eaten? Right now, you're gonna have problems with this word. I mean, you're not gonna have problems. I'm just making fun of it because I know some of you still have problems pronouncing the T, which is mute. All right, and I know it's funny for all of you, but there is nothing you can do about that. You just need to remember the pronunciation and repeat the same you listen. Again, the verb we have here is the verb eat, right? The verb eat. Oh my gosh. Juan, how are you, Juan? How are you, Juan? Hope you're doing good. Now, the verb eat in past is ate. So this makes the verb an irregular verb. Then the past participle of this beautiful and very helpful verb is eaten. I know it sounds a little weird, but that's the pronunciation. Eaten. Some people may pronounce eaten, but North American accent, they say eaten. Eaten. Like the T is mute. Eaten. E-N. Eaten. And that's it. That's it. Eaten. Even the E is mute, right? So eaten. E, eaten. Eaten. The end. You remember the same problem you were having with mountain, Manhattan. So this pronunciation basically it's the same. The T is mute. So to continue with this, right? You know that have is the auxiliary verb. Now the difference is in here, right? Have you been? This is a question that is answered. I mean, it's a second person question, but the second person question is answered with first person. Then here, right, we're talking about third person, then the answer goes with third person. And then, as here is plural, we're talking about they, the answer is going to be in plural as well. Positive answer, positive possible answer, yes, there, Dave. They've already eaten. Now, again, Dave, right? Dave is the same. They, they have, and this the same, right? This pronunciation, like I forgot to tell you, is with Z, right? Sorry, is, hasn't, right? Like there's no way here you have a sound. So z, and then here again you have the sound. Put this capital uppercase. There you go. So Dave, and obviously we have here the auxiliary verb have and the verb eat in past participle. Now, well, let's talk about yet and already, which we have them here. Yet and already. Let's speak about yet and already. To make this explanation short, yet is one action that it hasn't been completed, right? So we can say that yet is an incompleted action, and already it's a completed action. Also, already is one expression we use in English, and in Spanish it's a little different. Have you heard the expression ya in Spanish? The expression in English is already. So ya and already, it's the same, right? So you say ya in Spanish. Yo, how are you, man? I'm fine. Ya. So instead of saying ya, you say already. Do you get it? Instead of ya, you say already. How's your family? Oh, my family's okay. Thank you for asking. Oh, ya. Oh, so you say oh already. So change ja for already. Okay. Change that expression. Change ja for already. And your life is going to be much more easier. So let's recap. If this action is complete, right? So you say yet. Have they eaten dinner yet? Have they eaten dinner yet? Say yes, they've already eaten. They've already eaten, right? They've already eaten. That means that the people they've. Now let's see the one negative possible. Have they eaten dinner yet? Say no, they haven't eaten yet. Right? So they haven't, because we need the auxiliary verb have to express present perfect action, and then eaten, which is our verb in past participle, and then yet, which represents one in clear, because this is not difficult. This is something extremely easy. You just need to remember this information. You need to practice this information at home. And information, I remember I told you this several times. You need to practice the verbs present form, past form, and past participle form. And then also practice exercises. Repeat these examples onto one completed action. We use yet to negative sentences, right? We use we use yet for questions and negative answers. And then we use already for positive answers. So thank you very much for being in this class. Then you have any if you have questions, go and formulate your questions, because I am going to assign a homework here, right? Complete part A and part B in your notebooks. And you know what to do, right? Send me the answers. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? There you go. Answers. Um. Wait. Yeah, I think that's it by now. I think that's it. You have two boxes on the right of the book that says regular past participles and irregular past participles, but that is something that we already talked about it, right? Regular verbs, regular verbs, and irregular verbs. That's something we already talked about it. So, example, visit, the past is visited. And that is something you need to practice at home. Like, liked. Stop, stopped. Right? And also remember that you need to practice vowel, consonant, vowel. You remember that, right? That is consonant, vowel, consonant. And then here you repeat, right? Consonant, vowel, consonant, and you double the consonant plus ed, right? You need to practice this kind of exercise because they're going to help you in the future, right? Consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the consonant. So you repeat the consonant plus ed, plus ed. Um, try, right? Try, and then try is tried. So when you have a verb that ends in y, then you drop the y and put ied. You remember those are exercises that you need to practice at home. All these exercises and these secret forms, you need to practice them at home. Those are exercises that you can't forget, right? You need to practice every day. And then with irregular verbs, the same, right? You need to practice the same. You have the verb be. The verb be, past participle is been. The verb do, past participle, is did. The verb eat, past participle, is eaten. Oh my gosh, what I did. There you go. Eaten. Go, gone. Have, had. Hear, heard. Make, made. Write, written. See, seen. So I want to make emphasis, right? Honorific mention to make, right? So now on in the future, when you see in your clothes, right? When you see in your clothes made in China, right? Please, please, please don't say made in. No, do not say made in China. That's, oh my gosh. Joanny Reynoso Caro, hi. I get the book PDF. If you need it, send me your WhatsApp. Oh, good. Thank you for your um um what would it be for your availability, Joanny. So guys, if you need the PDF book, just write Joanny and she can send the PDF book to all of you. And I think I have it, Joanny. So if you need any other book, let me know. Especially the workbook. If you need the workbook, I think I can get one PDF and I can send it to you so you can repeat again those exercises and practice again with all of them. So thank you for your um, availability. Thank you for that. So again, like I was saying, please don't say made in China because that's not correct. It's made in China. And then another honorific mention is to write, right? A simple present, I mean, in present form, the present form is write. And then when we use the past participle is written, written. It's like the D is mute, like written. They don't sound. They don't have any sound. So you just say written. Well, guys, thank you for everything. This is everything for now. Tomorrow, we're going to continue with the part two of this unit, unit 10. If you have further questions, remember I am available on WhatsApp. Even here, if you write your comments below, uh, I answer as soon as possible. Also, the video is going to be recorded and resend it to YouTube so you can repeat this video again later or tomorrow. Again, thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.